This is it.
What do I do now?
You can actually be hospitable in your own house.
I clean my floors for you, bitch.
Ooh, I'm not editing that out. That's staying.
At 11 o'clock.
Maybe have some fresh cookies ready when I walk in the door.
Okay. You're mistaking me for the other sister's house. Okay.
Okay.
Go fend for yourself.
Fine.
Here's my pantry.
Yeah, with your you're like, help me get rid of these cookies,
with
please.
my stale cookies. Hey, they're Chips Ahoy. They're always, whether they're fresh or stale, it doesn't matter. They taste the same.
That's fine. Yeah, this podcast is sponsored by Chips Ahoy.
But Chips Ahoy, if you are listening in, you do want to sponsor.
Yeah. Well, man, actually, is that our first ad? LOL. Yeah. Welcome to Chicken Adobo for the Soul, where two siblings talk about life like they know what they're doing. My name is Terence.
What's happening?
No, we're doing this. It's fine. I'm not cutting this one out.
I'm Rachel.
All right. I'm sorry. I get so giggly with this. It's just
Good morning.
because this is the one bit that I read on the notes. This is like literally it. So.
It's literally the same sentence every time.
Shut up. I'm figuring it out. Anyway.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry. Hi, Rachel. How are things? Let's go straight into it. Yeah.
Things are great.
Hell yeah. I freaking bet.
Things are fantastic.
You're a free woman.
I am.
Not the divorce type, but like. Sorry,
hey,
Marcus. Yeah.
Hey. Over the last 2 weeks, I actually put in my notice with property management. I'm stepping foot into the world of education, albeit it's an administrative role. So, but what I'm excited for, so Friday I was messaging John and our sisters, and I was like, deleted my email off my phone. And it's like an immediate weight lifted off my shoulders. But I realized that this means more than I actually thought, because I'm closing the door on property management and hospitality is like the same thing. They're the exact same thing. And I'm closing that chapter. And I guess I'll just say like customer service in general, because I think that, again, they're the same.
That's exactly what it is, really, right?
Yeah. I just do more invoicing with property management. I work on reports, things like that. But I think that they are exactly the same. So when it dawned on me that I'm closing this chapter, like, wow, this is more weighted than I thought.
And that's good, though, because, I mean, now you're finally going to be in much closer to the field that you actually want to be doing or working in.
Yeah. I'm a step closer to figuring out me, to learning about myself, and also like having time to do things, pick up new hobbies, or finish the hobbies I've already started.
Yeah, because you're not taking home work as much as before. Or at least I don't think you'll be taking home work.
I hope not. I think with this position is I'm learning that I might be able to forcefully, I'm a natural workaholic. Mm-hmm. And I think with this position, I'll be able to forcefully leave things at work.
Yeah.
Easily turn it off. Whereas like with property management, my last few in hospitality, I was able to, let me quickly refresh my email. Oh, let me check on the hotel and see if it's on fire.
Oh, yeah.
So now I don't, hopefully. So
because you used to have like hundreds and hundreds of people to attend to, right?
Yeah.
Versus now you're going to have a handful, a dozen, 2 dozen maybe.
And it's a different element. It's a different industry. I'm not working with a corporate office. So that may be interesting.
Yeah.
I think this. I don't have corporate to hound, not that they hounded on me, but I don't have corporate looking over my shoulder. Mm-hmm. This is just a university.
Yeah.
I don't say it like that, but
it's just a university.
It's just.
Wow.
Just.
No big deal. It's, whatever, small time.
Yeah. I have to find that. I read an article on that, and that's why I try not to use just.
Oh, yeah, because it feels like sometimes it's like minimizing, or what do you call it?
Yeah, like I'm just checking in. No, I'm checking in.
Yeah.
So it either
it's a
is or you're
filler
not.
word,
yeah.
Right?
So I try not to use it.
Well, I also just saw a meme today about, it wasn't really like a meme. It's one of those like screenshots of someone's Twitter post. Uh-huh. But it says, yes, whenever you're texting, just take off the LOL at the end of each sentence and just say it with your chest. No, because people use LOL as a way to like soften the blow, or like.
And you're really not LOLing?
Well, yeah, that too. But who cares about the actual act of LOLing? But it's there to not make a message sound or feel so aggressive.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that it's one of those isms like that's just evolved in this new world. And I guess that's the same thing with just. Like, oh, I'm just, checking up on you, seeing what's going on. Like, no, I care about you, goddammit, man. So I want to know what's up.
Yeah, I try not to use the word just.
Yeah.
And I have caught myself numerous times typing an email. I'm like, I'm just checking in. Let me remove this just.
And like really, we should just move on.
I love the email translations that people put together on memes. And it's like starting an email saying, I hope this email finds you well. What I really mean is, did you check your email? And are you okay? But I really don't care how you feel.
Oh God, yeah. The corporate doublespeak, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love it.
We use that in the Navy so much too. Oh my goodness. And it's basically like whenever someone CCs you or whenever someone CCs your mutual boss, that's essentially like throwing someone under the bus.
Yeah, just write my boss an email about me. Just talk shit about me. I don't care.
Yeah, and it's ooh.
Or the passive aggressive. Yeah, you CC your boss and you're talking about me like I'm not on here.
Yeah.
But no more. No more corporate days.
Oh, well, you don't know. We don't know yet.
I don't know.
I mean, I like the optimism. I like how you're walking into this with that kind of fresh set of, like doe-eyed kind of attitude. It's great.
And I'll be honest, I'm trying not to have a full doe-eyed, basically, yes, I am putting all my eggs in this basket. I'm putting everything on red. I'm going all in because I'm hoping I have expectations high on this. Yeah. But there are times in the last month where I've had to say, well, you don't know, just kind of bring yourself back down. And that's kind of where I'm at. But the excitement I had of just deleting my email. And there was one, I was telling John earlier, there was one moment yesterday where I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to tell them about this. So I messaged and then I started thinking, well, what else did I forget?
Oh,
what else is happening? What else could go on fire?
They'll naturally come to you. They'll be like, oh, hey, Rachel, what was blah, 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 blah about?
Yeah.
Can you fill me in real quick?
I appreciate that. I got a lot of thank yous for doing this professionally. And I thought, well, what's the other way to resign?
Yeah. What alternative do I have, really?
And then I learned that my predecessors before, there was one person that just resigned over email.
Really? I guess that's not very professional.
And it was a Friday and we said goodbye to her. We said, have a good weekend. And then within the hour, our supervisor, our boss sends us an email saying, hey, so-and-so resigned effective immediately. I'm like, what? We just saw her.
Yeah, really?
Somebody told me that, somebody before me quit just leaving their keys on the desk and never came back in.
Wow.
And I'm over here and I am a good person. I'm not an asshole or anything.
Says the asshole.
Says the asshole. Says the asshole that had left 4 pages of transition notes. Yeah. My boss looked at it and was like, you're at 4 pages? I was like, I just want to make sure you have everything.
Oh my goodness.
But he in hindsight, he looked at everything. He was like, wow, God, you left a lot of notes. Thank you for doing this professionally.
Not to one up you or anything, but when I was going to pull up my notes from when I turned over with a guy who was relieving me on the ship.
How long were your notes?
I hit 23.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because we had less than a week to properly turn over.
Yeah.
It was a shotgun turnover, right? And, usually the generous thing to do is give each other a month to figure out okay, these are the guys. This is how everything works in the shop. This is how the ship is, this is how the ship does business. Let me set up your accounts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Right? That's about a month of work, ideally speaking. But then, alas, I only get a week with a guy. And so, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to hold your hand all this time. So here's a big-ass document basically of how to. Every single page is, okay, how to do, maintenance and how to.
Was this before you coming here?
Yeah, this is literally
Would they have been able to get in contact with you?
They do, yeah. We were friends on Facebook, and so they were messaging me constantly. Okay. And it was good, and it's fine. I did my best to not set him up for failure because that's the worst thing to freaking do.
Yeah,
it's not an easy job.
I think that was my fear, and I told him, I was like, look, you have my personal email. because they shut me out of the system real fast. Because after I thought I forgot something, I tried to log in and all of my credentials didn't work.
Gone.
I was like, wow, that was fast, guys.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I'm not an a-hole. Contact me if you want. And I said, look, I will start work immediately, and it's a 9-to-5 job, so I may not be able to call you within those hours. But so if you have a list of things or questions for me every few days, email it to me. And but I got pretty nostalgic with it. I didn't cry. But I got pretty nostalgic after realizing, property management and hospitality, I'm closing the book.
Yeah, it's all done.
I'm going to segue. How's your week been? Because you are in class. Oh. You've been teaching.
Yeah, no. Oh, my God.
And you're saying LOL in front of your students.
Teaching is a freaking blast. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. It's so much fun. Yeah, because, I'm talking about history in front of, all these students and stuff. And I love it. Mm-hmm. I love that. And then I just love kind of performing at the same time, too. So I never realized that until I was doing it regularly, that, oh, this is awesome. Like talking in front of a crowd, grabbing people's attention with X, Y, and Z thing. And then just watching those, it's not even a light bulb moment, but then when I share with them things that they might never have heard about in their K-12 education, like the stuff that went on, the Haitian Revolution, for example, right? People, whenever people think about revolutions in the 1700s, 1800s, everybody defaults to American and French. But nobody ever thinks about or talks about the Haitian Revolution, which I think is a huge deal, very important thing.
Right.
And so that entire day's lecture was just a classroom full of like, damn, whoa, wow, didn't know that happened.
You're so cute.
Eyeballs and blah. Yeah. Oh, that's great. And so...
You're in all seriousness, you're glowing, and I can tell that you're very excited.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Ooh, because I'm also pregnant.
Okay.
Just kidding.
The last episode, I think you made a reference to drugs when I said you're glowing. But I do want to point out, considering last episodes, episode 2, we talked about our dream jobs.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked about what we expect. And now here we are, episode 12.
Yeah.
Episode 2 was recorded back in March.
That's a while ago.
Yeah. So we've come a long way. We still got a long way to go, kid. But
sure.
I like the progress that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
That I'm seeing.
Can't complain. Can't complain.
So how are your kids? What do you have, the freshmen?
I have a mix of sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And it's nice because I have a lot of peers who are in the same department. Oh, well, we're all in the history department, but a lot of them have the freshman history core class, which is naval history, right? Okay. And a lot of us are huge fans of starting or having discussions in class, like actually like a prolonged exchange back and forth among students, not just between us and the students, but them. And when it comes to those discussion periods for those freshman classes, they say it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah, because remember what I said?
They're so shy, or they're maybe not fully comfortable in that college environment where they need to engage, they need to participate. But then I get the benefit of sophomores, seniors, juniors, and they're like, oh, yeah, you know what? No, that's stupid. No, you're wrong, dude. No, man, I think this is better. I think this idea is awesome. Blah,
so
blah,
you're
blah,
not
blah.
actually having because John and I were messaging late night one night, and you were reading up on leading discussions, and you were saying that you were a little nervous. So
yeah, that was before the very first discussion session we had.
And I guess you're not nervous anymore.
No, not anymore. No, because I laid down the ground rules, right? Where please debate, please challenge each other, because but I think the key there was your comments in class are non-attributional, as in, even if you say that communism is awesome and Mao Zedong is Jesus, really, like, I don't care. I'm more interested in you telling me why you think that argument is valid. Tell me how you got to that conclusion. Here's the etiquette. Yeah, so please have those opinions in class and share those. And I'm not going to walk out of here and then judge you because of what you said in here.
Oh, that's awesome. You've created a safe space.
Yeah. Like, yeah, well, I didn't use the term safe space, but I guess that's essentially what
people tend
happened.
to shy away from that, I think.
Yeah. So on the first day, I put up a bunch of like discussion questions on the board. And like, like you can respond to any of this, respond to one another, whatever, blah, 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 and then go.
Yeah.
And I started off with a question, and I started off with a little input, and then it really just went on from there, and that was freaking awesome. So
That's
satisfying.
awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. So 25 minutes of them just doing their thing.
You are glowing.
Yeah.
Pregnant glowing.
Oh man, yeah. And then yesterday was another discussion session too, and they did the same exact thing. I reminded them of the rules, and then
that's good.
And as they're spitting things back and forth, I'm smiling under my mask, and then every time there's a little bit of a lull, I just like give them a thumbs up, like, oh, this is so great, guys. You see, you can't see it, but I'm smiling under this.
Do you have like backup notes in case the discussion just kind of
Stalls.
goes idle?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Well,
yeah.
that's good.
You got to prime and keep it going.
Yeah.
Somehow, right? So
have you ever had to use those notes?
just once? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So I'm feeling pretty great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for us.
Yeah.
I'm happy for both of us.
So good. So the cool thing too is that like when we're shooting the shit in class, like the few minutes before the end of class. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of opportunity to let personality shine through, or who you are as a regular human being shine through, right?
Nice.
And I always go on and on about Marvel because
you're on the Marvel kick.
I'm still on that Marvel kick, man. Especially with
and you got Manda back into it, and now she got me back into it. So now I may be.
Because Shang-Chi just came out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I saw it last night, and that was a pretty satisfying movie. Like 8 out of 10 rings, I'll say. Yeah. But
how many dad jokes? How many lulls do you get in a dad joke?
There are zero LOLs in the class, but there are like maybe like I get one
Does it
chuckle
like kill
per
you
class.
inside?
It does. It really does. Because I'll drop the dad joke and then like make a quick take around the class, and
maybe it's your delivery.
No, the delivery is great. All right?
Okay. Well, when you talk about your delivery,
shut up. The kids love it.
Okay.
I want to believe that they love it.
I can just imagine you're talking about something very serious, drop a dad joke, and then you do that quick like, yeah, do it. Was that a smile? I can't tell.
Yeah, like if I have that drummer in the back, to do the badum-tus kind of thing. Actually, wait, I think that's one of the sound pad buttons.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Please don't do that to
So
yourself.
if there's someone,
we will not watch your lectures if you do that.
I should put that on like a phone so that when I finish the joke, just play it, and then they'll be like, I guess that's our cue to laugh, huh, sir?
You should have a button on your. Do you have a podium?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Rig it up so that way. You just lean over and touch your podium corner, and there's a button there.
Feels bad if my kids are listening to this. But, oh well, whatever.
You're a kid.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, sorry. Shang-Chi came out this weekend, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Largely, I think I told you this earlier too. Largely because a lot of the jokes and a lot of the themes and the motifs that are in the story really appeal to an Asian audience.
Yeah.
But if you were watching it and you were not Asian, or you didn't have that background, or at least are not keen on what's kind of going on in the subtext, then it's still an entertaining, really good action movie, good kung fu movie, right?
Yeah.
A modern-ish kung fu movie.
Oh, I love that.
Those are cool. Those are always a lot of fun. There's just a lot of like mythical elements to it, especially the final fight. And I'm not going to spoil anything here, but yeah, lots of the things just hit harder and hit better, I guess, or they hit more meaningfully if you are coming from an Asian background. And so, yes, hell yeah.
Okay, Michelle Yeoh. I didn't know she was in it.
Yeah.
Of course she's in it. Let me rephrase that. She's literally in everything.
Yeah, she's in every Asian movie. Anyway, yeah. No.
You're watching an Asian movie, expect her in there.
You're not wrong. But yeah, no, the movie was freaking awesome, and I really liked that. I really enjoyed the what they were getting at here, where they have to introduce a whole new Marvel character, but at the same time, I think this is the first predominantly Asian superhero movie, period.
Yeah. Right now I'm going through the cast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, short of seeing Daniel Day Kim, because I love to see him in everything.
Oh, well, yes.
Did you ever watch Into the Badlands?
No.
Oh, that one
is that a movie? Or?
No, it's a TV show.
Oh, okay, no.
It's like so hard for you to get to watch TV shows.
Yeah.
That one's good if you're into like the kung fu kind of thing. It's really good. It takes place in I don't know, like it's like a dystopian setting, and it's just all kung fu. It's great. Absolutely great.
Yeah, I'll put it out on the list.
Yeah.
The list of things I'll never get to.
Do you actually keep a list? I'm
No.
curious. Darn.
No. No, I just tell you that to like make you shut up.
Yeah, but I hope one day that you throw the list in my face and be like, see? No?
Nah.
So movies. So you just saw Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
Movies are kind of like today's topic, just kind of like a willy-nilly topic, if you will.
And I think it's something that we can always go back to, and it'll be a recurrent theme because movies are constantly coming out, and we'll always have opinions on a lot of these. Because I'm not. Whenever I watch, I guess movies that have so much attached value to it, like this one, like Crazy Rich Asians was.
Yeah. For
example, I always like to think about it and process it after the fact too, not just passively enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Movies are a reflection.
Movies are us. Like, movies have shaped us.
Movies have shaped us, and it continues to shape the rest of society too, or at least public attitudes. Or
God, look what Marvel did to us.
Yeah,
you ruined us. Just kidding.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's like nerd culture is main or pop culture now. It's great. It's freaking awesome. They figured out how to make comics cool and how to make nerd culture cool.
Yeah, I love it. Mm-hmm. My parents would say, "Why are you going to go see? Just wait for it to come out." Why? On the topic of Marvel, what was it? Endgame?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Mom, like that's." I can't tell you why we go to the theaters to see it, but here's why. And then after Endgame came out, then there was that clip of somebody released and somebody recorded the final scene, and you can hear the theater's reaction.
Yeah, and the crowd
played
going
it.
Wild.
Yeah, I played it for my parents, and I was like, "This is why we go." And like, it was the scene where Captain America picks up the hammer.
Oh, spoilers! Wow, no one else.
Okay, fine. Everybody dies at the end of the movie.
I'm just kidding.
And then, but then you hear like somebody's like in the background. He's like, yeah.
That was me.
Like,
yeah.
And it's great. Like every time I watch a Marvel movie specifically, I hear what the sounds were like, the audience's reaction when we went.
Yeah.
Like, I will always remember in Endgame where Iron Man and his suit just comes out.
Yep.
First time it just starts, the nanotechnology just starts, the suit starts to come out, and everybody stood up and started clapping.
Wow, so cool.
And it's like, and it was funny because Marcus was like, "Why do you want to sit in the back?" I was like, "Because people are going to stand up and cheer, and that's why I'm not going to be able to see anything." Mm-hmm. And it was great. That's why I go to the movies, and I miss the theaters a lot.
I mean, it's like the difference between watching any sports game or even basketball. I'll use basketball because that's like what I'm familiar with. Like, it's the difference between watching that in the not in the theaters, in the arena versus at home.
Yeah,
there's that electricity in the crowd.
Yeah.
That you don't get while you're at home, because at home you're just sitting on the couch with a beer or whatever snacks or with friends, and if they're equally excited, then yes, that's awesome. Then you have a more intimate setting for it. But if you're alone, then boo, that sucks. But then if you're in the arena, you have all that together. Yeah, what's happening in the game, the drama on the court, That's
what makes the movies it's not the best part of the movie, but it makes the movie.
Yeah, no, it adds a lot. It absolutely adds a lot.
What's your movie snack?
Oh, I had popcorn last night. It's just something mindless you can just pop in your mouth and chew on, and then it's kind of neat. Low calorie too. As long as you don't douse it in butter.
Butter.
Yeah, but popcorn for sure.
Yeah, same here. Mm-hmm. Same here.
Do you do soda to go with it?
Yeah, and I always get a stomachache afterwards.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I felt that.
I think keep it classy, popcorn and soda. I admire the people, because I'm not adventurous enough for that, but like they'll throw the M&Ms in their pop.
Wait, no way, that's a thing?
Oh yeah, that's a real thing. That's not just a thing presented by movies and TV shows. Are you learning something new?
I am. I'm like completely I'm baffled and dazzled by this.
It's good. I did it with
I might watch Shang-Chi again just to try this.
It's you make
I'm considering it now.
It's hard to do it when you're at the actual theaters, because you're trying to fiddle around and get a good mix. But
wait. So hang on. You get how many M&Ms, or how much M&Ms do
one pack? I'll give you the recipe.
1 pound.
1 pack of popcorn, and then
small?
one.
Maybe a small or a large, or it doesn't matter, I guess.
whatever the average size
Like,
is.
I'm just like honestly fascinated by this.
You're so funny. I know. I can tell.
Yeah.
You're like asking
Because I
me all
want to
these
try
questions.
it. I want to go to the movies again and
You're
just
so
do this.
funny. I think it's hard to do in the movies because I like an even mixture of popcorn. If I'm gonna grab popcorn and M&Ms in my hand, I want an even mixture, and sometimes that's hard to achieve. You either get 80% M&Ms and one piece of popcorn.
Yeah.
So I like to do it at home because then you have one pack of popcorn, one average size of M&Ms. Cook the popcorn, put it all in a bowl, and toss it around. The M&Ms get soft because of the heat.
They kind of melt. Yeah.
And then you have the sweet and salty
But
aspect.
then don't you have like messy hands too after that?
Not with M&Ms.
They melt in. Oh yeah, they melt
because they have
in your
that
mouth,
outer
not
shell
in your hand.
Yeah, they have the outer shell. And the reason why I say that is because I tried it one time with the what's it called, the Bunch of Crunch.
I have no idea what that is.
It's basically like pieces of a Crunch bar.
Oh, okay.
And that's just straight chocolate. So yes, that gets messy.
Okay.
Wow, you learned something new.
Yeah.
You really didn't know that was a thing?
No, I really did not know. It's
people do it.
That's like one of my nieces telling me about ice cream and fries, dipping your fries in ice cream.
You never did that?
I never did that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because it's like
Wendy's and Frosties?
that's a dessert item and that's a side. You don't mix those two together. Who the hell does that?
Or do you?
Yeah, until I friggin' found out.
So you get my favorite, you get a little snack size Wendy's, put it in your cup holder.
Yeah.
You get the fries and a little dippy dip. There you go.
Oh, I mean, I didn't do it in the car, but still, it was mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sweet and salty mixtures. Now I'm going to start thinking about other ones. God, that's nostalgia. I miss the Wendy's and Frosties. Wendy's, if you're looking to sponsor somebody.
Oh.
So, anyways.
Sorry, back to movies. My God.
I'm back on the Marvel train because, let's be honest, I love Captain America.
He's not here anymore. You got to find a new...
He will always be here.
You got to find a new man crush.
I know.
You mean Chris Evans. There is a Captain America.
Yeah.
But Chris Evans is no longer around.
I know.
Yeah.
So watch the movie, do the M&Ms and popcorn. Let me know what you think.
Okay, sure.
And then you know what? Do it. F it. Do it also. Get French fries and a Frosty at the same time. Just go full-blown stomachache.
Yeah. Oh, the only stomach aches I get are from like drinking these days.
Okay.
Anyway.
So one question I always liked asking, because nobody ever really can answer it, but what's your favorite movie?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
You have one?
Oh, probably that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one that easily like.
So that's like one of those questions of like, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite TV? Like,
right.
One of those hard to answer questions. So and you answered it pretty quickly.
I think Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, it's definitely nerd wish fulfillment.
Okay.
Absolutely nerd wish fulfillment right there.
Okay.
Because he's this basement dwelling neckbeard essentially. No, I mean he's literally a basement dweller, but he doesn't have a neckbeard. And he wins over. He's got two girls who are fighting over him. Mm-hmm. He's got all these mystical powers, and so on and so forth. So yeah, absolutely nerd wish fulfillment here. It's kind of nice because it's all wrapped up in a video game aesthetic and all these different themes. And Edgar Wright directs it, so it's visually engaging kind of thing. Lots of good things going for it, and wrapped up in a nice. The message is wrapped up nicely for people like me, I guess. Sad, lonely nerds. So definitely hit its demographic. So
I put together a list.
Oh, there's your okay.
Of the list. There's no ranking of this. These are just movies that either it comes on and I stop what I'm doing because I want to watch this movie.
Nice.
And I think over time these movies there are memories more attached with these movies as I grow, but I've seen them a million times and I will always continue to stop in my tracks and watch this.
Like what?
So it has to be The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. The third one does not count. I have heavy weighted opinions about that.
Wait, that's the Rock, the one with the Rock, right?
That's The Scorpion King.
Oh, that's
and I do love that. It's done by the same director, I think.
What's the third Mummy?
They made a Mummy 3 that came out in like 2005, something like that. But here's the thing with series is, for me, I need you to keep the same character.
That would be ideal, yeah.
And they changed Evelyn.
No, wait, who did it become?
Oh God, what's her? It became the actress's name is who is it? Maria Bello. But Rachel Weisz just, I think at the time she had a baby and they really couldn't wait.
Oh,
so
they wanted to squeeze the cash cow.
They
more.
literally got everybody else.
Except her. How did they explain the change? Was there any explanation for the change? No, it was just like, hi, I'm Evelyn. I just
that's what really killed me.
Wow.
So I went to see it in theaters and I was instantly angry.
No, I bet. Yeah.
So The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, which I have to show off. I just got the Pop Funko dolls and I'm very excited for that because that took forever to get here. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, it's with Michael Caine and Steve Martin and they play con artists. It's a comedy.
Okay.
It is hilarious.
In that very boomer way, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's
was it a 70s movie or 80s or something?
Probably 80s.
Okay.
Maybe 80s.
Yeah.
So they both play con artists. They're going after this woman. And there's a scene that always gets me. Steve Martin, no, I think it's the whole time. His con is he's disabled and he's in a wheelchair. And Michael Caine starts to befriend him and say, we can like shock therapy him. We can make sure we can try and get him to walk. So they like roll up his pants. And then Michael Caine starts whacking him with a whip. and Steve Martin is like sitting there crying. He's like, no, I don't feel anything. This is terrible.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The very physical kind of comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Dirty Dancing. Have to go with Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
The best soundtrack. I'll put it on there.
Never
I think
seen
it has
it.
the best soundtrack.
Never seen it, so yeah.
Princess Bride.
Also never seen it.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm just saying. You've never seen Scott Pilgrim until I asked you to watch it.
I know. I've never seen Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's usually how it works out. Like when you're talking movies with somebody, it's usually they've never seen it.
Yeah, but when you do find someone who's like on the same wavelength, then it's suddenly
you nerd out.
like, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Con Air.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With
Fun
Nick
movie.
Cage. I like a throwback Nick Cage.
I don't know why I don't know how the hell that made it to your like top list, but it's
Oh
cool,
my
sure.
God, it's so great. It's so great.
Of all the Nicolas Cage movies, that's your favorite?
I know. I love Nick Cage.
Like,
I don't know. I was debating between Face Off. No, it's always Con Air.
Face Off would be a great one. Or Gone in 60 Seconds. That would have been a great one, too.
I know. No, I always go back to Con Air.
The most unrealistic thing about that movie is him finding the frickin' bunny in a puddle at the end of the movie after the plane had crashed. Like, how the hell do you find...
I know. It is so good.
No, it's... whatever. Anyway, sorry.
I love the old movies, which leads me into Speed because...
Okay. Speed was cool.
Speed, I mean, look, you've got classic Keanu Reeves. You've got Sandra Bullock in her early days. Well, and then the last movie is I love the Scream series.
Oh, those are... sure, whatever.
I love the Scream series. Very nostalgic. If they change characters, I'll be pissed. But they haven't changed characters. But here's the thing. With all the movies on my list, I really hope they don't remake these movies.
Oh, yeah.
Don't touch them. You can't
I don't know. Like, what's... Didn't they remake, or not remake, but don't they have a different kind of Dirty Dancing that came out?
Yeah, and I watched it. It's kind of like, how many times can you redo Romeo and Juliet?
A lot.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch any other
What
adaptation of Romeo and Juliet.
Why not? That's the beauty of it, though. Like that's what's so great about not having copyrights. Not having strict copyright laws.
I like the creativity. I do, because my favorite version is the Olivia Hussey version, and then they have the Leonardo DiCaprio version. So I do like the creativity, but I don't know. Maybe it's this list is heavily based on nostalgia. Like, don't touch it. Please don't. I'm asking to the 12 people that listen to this.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
because like I'm a huge fan of like taking original material, remixing it, and then making it go in a different, unique direction.
Yeah.
Right. Star Wars Visions. Have you seen trailers for that or whatever? It's the Star Wars universe, but in anime.
Interesting.
Yeah, right. You've watched some anime. Marcus loves anime.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s, or even today, right, are very exposed to and familiar with it. When Toonami first became a big thing.
Toonami.
Yeah, and they started importing and making anime super mainstream, and everybody's like exposed to it, right? like the Star Wars universe was always supposed to be this very narrow vision that was controlled by LucasArts, and nobody else really got to play around with it unless they were officially licensed. But then Disney gets it, and then they license, or they give these anime studios, hey, free license to go take this story wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
It's not going to be canon, but it's looking so cool, and I'm so excited to see it next or later this month.
No, I'm not. I like the creativity. Like I just learned about this, but I didn't know somebody had turned Shakespeare plays into a manga. And now
that's cool.
Yeah, so now I've just kind of been looking all over the place. I have literary pieces and graphic novels, which I think is awesome. I picked up Dracula, so I thought that was cool. I think there are just certain things like, and that's just this, in no way, it's just coming from the nostalgic in me.
Yeah.
Like, please don't touch you did the Mummy, and I think you were with me when Mom put on the Mummy, and I was like, no, put on the right one.
Oh yeah, she put on the Tom Cruise one.
Put on the right one.
Yeah, it's just boo.
Like Marcus is like, the graphics are awful. I'm like, well, duh, it's 1995. Of course the graphics are awful on the right one.
Was it that? No, it was like 2000. Well, I don't know. Whatever. I
think the returns would hit the 2000s. Yeah. But I think the first one was 95.
You were just born.
I've watched it a lot. And sometimes when I want to feel, if I'm feeling a certain way, I will put it on. Yeah. I love the older movies.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. In a sense, it's kind of campy / like, the graphics are awful. That.
Yeah. You have to put your mindset into that.
You have to do some work, some lifting, right?
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, especially with a lot older movies, especially. Mm-hmm. Like where there were no sophisticated graphics like this or sophisticated special effects.
Yeah,
is the term, and I'm okay with that. I like that feel of, like, let's say like a 1950s black and white movie, or even something like Breakfast at Tiffany's or something where there's literally nothing. It's just people in sets.
Yeah,
and that's great too. I'm a huge fan, because then you really just get to focus on the people and what they're feeling, what they're experiencing, that actual interpersonal drama.
Speaking of older movies, did you ever watch Wizard of Oz?
No.
I love this rumor, but there's a scene right where they run into the lion. Mm-hmm. They meet the lion, and you can see in the background somebody hanging themselves.
No way.
And let me tell you, when I heard that rumor,
it's not a rumor. That's something you can prove, isn't it?
But you can't really see it. It's like you see a movement go down. You see something in the background go down, and I think you actually have to see it. I think because they have it in black and white, they have it in color. I think you can see a better picture of it in color.
We can just look this up on YouTube.
I know,
or
and
internet.
It's so creepy. It's so creepy.
Have you thought of looking it up?
Yeah, I did. I looked it up years ago, a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But like, speaking of old movies, like, yeah, you really get to focus on the people and really just like, you're not distracted by all of the fancy, computerized stuff. You really get to focus on how bad the graphics are.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I'm not even a huge fan of like CGI, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like I like more simpler productions, or straightforward. Like, I guess there's that minimalism aspect to it too, but there is the whole emphasis on just people. Like, I want to know why this person is like getting torn up on the inside. Like, the best scenes, like, I'm gonna go back to Shang-Chi just because it's so fresh in my mind, and I like to talk about it. But the most affecting scenes for me are, when he's talking to his mom one-on-one, or when he's talking to his dad one-on-one. Mm-hmm. Like, Tony Leung, I think that's how you pronounce his name, like, stole that show. That's actually should be just a movie about him, not Shang-Chi, because he's like a much more central character, I think. He's the one who moves the story forward. But understanding why the dad is so, not angsty, but why he's so destroyed and torn up, or
the character development.
Yeah, that character development. Like, you don't need graphics for that. You just need to tell a good story.
Right. So what sort of genre do you go for more? Do you go for like the indie movies and sort of like the conflict of my favorite, I know, and I don't think it's an indie movie, but my favorite movie is the ones where you almost find out there's no CGI, but you almost find out family secrets throughout the throughout the film, and it's just character on character, nothing else. No wacky plot, no outrageous bomb on a bus, no bunny at the end of a movie.
Tell me a good story. That's what I care about. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what, Ready Player One, that's a great story. It's a Steven Spielberg movie from 2018, I think. Pretty recent, fairly recent. And yeah, that's a good story, and it just happens to be draped with great visuals too.
Yeah.
You know, Shang-Chi, great story.
Yeah.
Happens to have a lot of great visuals to go with it. It's an action movie. It's a kung fu movie, but it's the underlying story of like a family being torn apart.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. It makes for great drama.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan.
Oh.
You know, great story. Fantastic story. It's an anti-war movie, absolutely, but it doesn't glorify anything. It's very visceral. It's very violent, very bloody, but it tells a great story. The special effects or the actual effects, right? Super good. Just great story underneath.
Yeah. I'll go through different moods. Like I'll go through like, you know, now that I have time, hopefully.
Yeah.
I can sit on the couch and say, okay, what am I in the mood for? Time period?
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, I was going to say, like, now that you probably won't be taking work home, you can drive up to the city after work.
So
and we can watch movies there. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll probably go through like an action phase or a nostalgic phase where I'll rehash my list or which I love Marcus. Every time he sees me watching, he's like, why are you watching this again? And then I wait like 10 minutes and he's sitting on the couch watching it with me.
Yeah.
So it's great. But I'll go through time period pieces. I'll go through an action phase. I think I'm open to anything. But unfortunately, there are very few documentaries that I can sit through. I guess it just depends on the topic. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the stuff I have playing in the background whenever I'm like in the kitchen or when I'm just doing housework.
Yeah, you're just listening.
Yeah, it's YouTube documentaries really, or
no
YouTube.
CGIs to look at.
I mean, yeah, nothing super fancy, and it's not even really like something super duper engaging visually, right? But it's again good story.
Yeah. How about a rom-com? No.
Hang on, let's see. Well, there are a couple good ones I like, I guess.
Rom-com or just a love story movie?
Yeah, Crazy Rich Asians, yay.
Oh my god.
That's a funny it's a funny movie.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Awkwafina.
Super relatable. Well, maybe not her, but Constance Wu's in it, so that's
okay.
Yeah. It's super relatable, sure. What other rom-coms are good? 10 Things I Hate About You, which is really just a movie about, or it's a retelling of The Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Shakespeare?
I don't know. I can't really.
How do you feel about that?
I could never get into that movie.
What? Are you serious?
I know. And it's like the movie, you know?
What's wrong with you?
I could never get into it.
What's wrong with you? Get the hell out.
Yeah. It's my house. You get out.
Yeah, you're right.
The Notebook?
Deadpool. That's
that
a
is
love
not
story.
a rom-com.
It is absolutely. He says it in the very beginning.
Yeah,
it's
I know. It is, but it is, but it isn't.
It is, but it isn't. Yeah, you're right. The Notebook. I don't know. The not Jordan Sparks. The Nicholas Sparks books are, or at least the movie adaptations of them, feel like super over the top, super idealistic visions of romance.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I guess I'm kind of jaded as far as relationships go. In that sense, and whenever it's portrayed like that, where it's super duper beautiful and pretty and perfect, it just kind of turns me off.
Yeah,
because that's
reading it was better.
Because that's not how it works out in real life.
Yeah,
you know, and I'd rather have something that works out, like that's something that's reflective of what real conditions are like.
Yeah.
When I watch a movie, there's some element of escapism there for sure. Where, hey, oh yeah, I don't have superpowers, but hey, look at that guy go. That's awesome, cool.
Yeah.
But then when I am going to go watch a drama, or when I know I'm watching a drama, for example, or maybe even a rom-com, I guess, but it doesn't make for good comedy if it's too real. So when I go in for a drama, I expect to have a lot of groundedness and truth. And if they stray too far from that with like some fantastic explanation or some super rosy...
The Hallmark movies.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, and if it's just too much of that, then no, then I'm done. I'm not investing. It snaps me out of it.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll put on like those. I don't have the Hallmark channel, but sometimes I'll put those on just because like It's just so funny. And that's the one that's put on in the background and I want to hear it. And it's like, God, you know, Shelly, I ran into this guy at the airport but I'm going to go into this small town and open up a coffee shop like 300 miles away. But here's this hot guy, the same guy I ran into at the airport. It's great.
It's just perfect. There's also there's a literal Hallmark movie about a Navy officer finding love on an aircraft carrier. And I'm just
cringing.
It's so cringe. Yeah. Because that could be me. But no, hell no. I don't want any of that. No.
I don't know if you know this, and this, I don't know, maybe surprise you, but Marcus loves the B-rated rom-coms. So I'll come
I don't know how to react to that, man.
It's strange, right?
Yeah.
And I love it, obviously. So I'll come home and I'll sit here and the girls, you know, listen to the movie and she's like, God, yeah, I'm gonna open up this coffee shop and start my own business and a bed and breakfast. And I'm like, Marcus, what the hell are you watching? He's like, oh, just wait for it. It gets really good.
Oh, actually, I take that back. I mean, there are, now that you mentioned the bed and breakfast thing, that triggered a memory. What's that name? Oh, I'll get back to it later because that also reminded me of another movie, About Time. Have you seen that?
God.
That's great. That's that magical reality kind of like romance drama. That's evocative. That's super good.
Did you watch what's that other movie she's in? You know, because she dies in everything.
No, but this movie that I'm talking about, it's there's these two kids in high school. They're British, right?
Is it Rachel McAdams?
No, it's not Rachel.
Oh, then okay. Then I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
So they're British. They're two British kids. They go to high school together. They've been in love with each other basically since then, right? But then they go to prom with different dates. She gets pregnant that night. He goes on to Harvard or goes to college in the States, right? And she lives her life as a single mom in England. And then their lives develop in parallel, apart from each other. But then eventually they come back together and they ended up falling in love over time.
Oh, you got to watch Love, Rosie.
That's what it is.
Oh,
that's the movie.
not okay. I thought About Time was the one with Rachel McAdams.
About Time is about Rachel McAdams, yes, but that's.
Oh, but you're describing the plot for Love, Rosie.
Yeah, I'm describing Love, Rosie, and
the book
I
is
love that movie.
The book's somewhere in the she shed. It's fantastic. It's all written in letters to each other between the two.
Yeah, and that's why hence Love, Rosie, because it's. Yeah, they implement a lot of that.
They did a great job.
Yeah, they did.
On the argument of the book was better, I think they did a great job.
Yeah, that was a really good adaptation of it. And
God, that was such a good movie.
It hits better, I guess, or, you know.
So I'm going to segue real quick into the argument of the book was better. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Because we did have an episode not that long ago about books too, right?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about.
I don't think we talked about the intersection of books and movies, but no, like of course the books are always going to be better. There are going to be movies that are more faithful in their reproduction of the book, right? But you'll never capture the magic that comes with reading a book and then literally hallucinating the stuff that's on this page.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking at dead pieces of wood and you're hallucinating actively.
All my books in here are offended. You call them dead pieces of wood.
Sorry, not sorry. But, whatever.
There's only been so far one movie that made me immediately read the book right after, and that was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, okay, right on.
I watched the movie and I thought, oh my freaking God, the book's got to be amazing.
Yeah.
Then you got to get through the first 100 pages of talking about Sweden, and then it gets really good.
It's not too bad. It's like, oh, maybe I kind of want to visit Sweden now.
Yeah. Yeah, the book was always better. The book will always be better.
No, definitely can't complain.
But I think we always compliment the movies that did it right.
Yes.
Or that didn't leave out something crazy.
What movie that was originally a book have you found yourself disappointed with? Or are there any?
Oh,
because you got a lot of stuff here that have been turned
I know.
into
I'm looking at my library and
the Tucker Max books. They've been turned into. They have a movie.
I will say to answer. Yeah, that was a terrible movie.
It was a fun watch. I'll say that. Yeah.
I think to answer your question, I don't think I've ever been disappointed, but I think I've more so have made the comment of, well, they left that out, but they did it differently here, and like the Dragon Tattoo. I'm pretty sure that the way they found one of the characters, they did it differently in the movie. Or they presented the backstory of the character differently in the movie than they did in the book. Completely different. Not like they left it out. They did it completely differently. And I think it would have been important to say what they had done in the book. But I don't think I've ever been disappointed. The Tucker Max movies, I mean, if you're not aware of Tucker Max, I mean, it's a great read. I think it's hilarious. But they only focused on like 3 of his stories.
Yeah.
And he's got 3 books.
He's got so many.
And they're so bad.
Great. No, they're freaking great. What I'm talking about. Hilarious.
Yeah. How about you? You ever been disappointed?
Once, I think. Ender's Game.
Oh, I heard a lot of people had opinions about that.
Yeah, because Ender's Game has been this movie that's been, hyped up for so long. That, we're going to finally make it, and then project gets canceled, starts up again, rumors start up again, over and over. It's a cycle. And then when they finally do come out with it, it's cool, I guess. It doesn't, I don't know why, it just doesn't hold that level of the drama that I expected or had felt when I was reading it. And maybe that's just me.
It's because you love the book.
Yeah, elevating or putting the book on such a high pedestal that no movie could ever possibly match it.
We all do that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever been disappointed.
And that's not too bad. That's good then. That's actually, that's a nice place to be. Well, today we spent a good amount of time just like talking about movies in general. And I think honestly, this is our first real foray into dabbling with pop culture, right? And just engaging with pop culture on the podcast. And, this isn't going to be the last time we talk about movies because there's a lot of philosophical angles here too. There's a lot of other practical angles, like even just making movies as well. We can talk about that. And then we have things lined up with music and TV shows and all sorts of other pop culture references. So thanks for joining us today. I know it's been a bit of a winding road this time around, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And hope you join us next time. I do have a list, but it's like not about movies or TV. It's like the top 5 celebrities.
Wow.
That, I would very much like to get to know intimately kind of thing.
Yeah, who's in it? Who's on it?
Oh, mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Share
okay.
with the class.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah.
Share with the class so I can pass judgment.
So the number 1, obviously.
Wait, is this like ranked or in no particular
they
order?
are ranked.
Okay, start with 5.
Oh, start with 5. This Twitch streamer called Pokimane?
No, but I think you and Marcus had a great lengthy conversation about her.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's dreamy. She's great.
Number 4.
Constance Wu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's so great.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I just
want her to be my friend.
Me too.
Yeah. Your definition of friend is very different from my definition of friend.
Yeah.
I still have yet to watch Hustlers, and I got to watch that.
Oh, yeah, actually. Ooh, yeah, me too. I've never seen that.
So Constance Wu is on your list. You've never seen Hustlers, which is about strippers.
No, I don't see her that way.
Oh, you want her to be your friend?
Yes.
Number 3.
A friend that I don't have to pay for.
Okay.
Wow, that's rude. Number 3 is Tina Fey.
Interesting.
What?
It's the smarts.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, very much so. Absolutely.
I loved her movie, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, I think. That one was really, you should watch that one. That one was good. She plays a journal. I think she plays a journalist. I hadn't seen it in a couple years.
Yeah. I'll put that on the list.
Okay.
But actually, yeah, I think that one's because it's a kind of not documentary. It's based on a true story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It was good. Oh, who else is it? It's the Martin Freeman is in it.
Yeah.
From Sherlock, which you also haven't finished.
Oh, The Lord of the Rings, you mean?
Yes.
That one, yeah. Okay.
Bilbo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Number 2.
Anna Kendrick.
Okay.
I should probably update this.
The Funnies.
The Funnies, yes.
Yeah.
And just the girl next door kind of vibe. Like she's super down to earth kind of thing. And slightly awkward.
Yeah. I feel like she'd have my back.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Taylor Swift.
Okay.
The Queen.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's really heavy.
No, that's yeah. I'm too short for her though, so it's fine. It's okay.
She is really. How tall is she?
I don't know, 5'9".
Wow.
Just kidding. I don't know. I've made that up. But let's find out.
And she wears heels.
5'11".
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, 5'8" me is just not gonna ever. I'll always look up to her. I need to not use that anymore. I'm done.
Please stop using that.
I will stop using it. Sorry. I should put different sounds on this. This is kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm excited to see where you go with that.